What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Emily's Autism Life, and if you are new, welcome. So, I know I've mentioned in the past that I've had a little bit of struggles with learning things, or I learn, not necessarily struggles, but I learn at a different pace, than others do. I learned at I wanted to learn things, some things I learned at a faster pace, some things at a slower pace. And that's why going to that Whitemont Academy has really helped me because it allowed me to learn at my own pace. Now, one of the things you learn though when you're really young, like in kindergarten, is reading. And I did learn to read. Now, I don't remember being in kindergarten, so I don't know how long it took me to read. I would have to ask my mom and dad about that. But all I know is that I did learn to read. I think I learned on time, but maybe it was slower. I don't know. Like I said, I'll have to ask my parents about that. And yeah, but however, I read slower or at a different pace than everyone else, and it might, and I read, when I read, it sounds different, usually than everybody else does. So yeah, I still can read, I just read differently, and when I read aloud, it sounds differently. Sometimes I can even have trouble remembering what I've read. Like sometimes I feel like I kind of skid over the words. So I guess I might read maybe faster. But then again, no, then again, I kind of tend to skid over the words a little bit. But, what happens is if I read too slow, then you know, I feel like I'm not getting much done. I feel like it's taking me a long time to finish whatever I'm reading. And yeah, so usually, yeah, it takes me a long time to figure out, like, it'll take, yeah, I can't talk. It'll take me longer, to finish, and that's why, sorry, I got distracted there for a minute. But I what am I trying to say? One moment. Sorry about that. I just couldn't figure out what I was trying to say. So, I have difficulties sometimes, figuring out a good pace to read at, because I don't want to read too fast. Then again, I don't want to read too slow. So sometimes, that's what I feel like I have to do is just kind of skid over the words, or not really skid, but like kind of like, I guess that's what you can call it. I don't really know what else to call it. But yeah, that's when I read to myself. If I read out loud, I'll probably read a little bit slower just so everybody can, hear what I'm saying and follow along and that kind of stuff. To show you what my reading sounds like, I'm going to read an excerpt from this Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss that I got for graduation. So here we go. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the guy who will decide where to go. So yeah, that's what my reading sounds like when I read out loud. So you can tell, it's a little, I kind of have to stop for a minute and like, because sometimes when words that are similar, that are put together, it can be kind of tough and confusing, and I might accidentally say the wrong thing. So, that's kind of why I have to slow down, when I'm reading stuff like that. But it's really nothing I'm ashamed of. It's just the way that I read, and, I've accepted it, and it is what it is, if that's just the way that things are, you just got to accept it. So yeah, I do read at a different, pace and read differently. And, I feel like I kind of see the words, I suppose, differently than others. So maybe that's why I read like that. I think that could definitely be one reason why. Like, it's not dyslexia, but I just still see, you know, words in the book differently, than others do. And sometimes that's why I read, that's why I kind of have to stop for a second and look at the words, before I read them, because sometimes, like I said, if I read it too fast, it'll get confusing. I might say the wrong thing. So, yeah. And do I like reading to myself? Like, yeah, I do. Because, reading, is good for you. So I'm going to continue to read, even though I read differently, and I might not read at the same pace as everybody else. I still like reading, and reading's good for you. And that's going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.